Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to pay my respect to the most venerable Dr. Pramahajanya Sutiyano, the abbot of Prajapanya Society in Pomona, California. After that, I respectfully greet all the venerable monks, and good morning once again, all laymen and lay women. A very warm welcome to everyone watching us on Facebook Live. Before I begin my talk, I would like to share a short update about my study here in the United States. Right now, I am ESL Level 4 student at San Antonio College, in my class, I practice speaking, writing, reading, pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, Next semester, I'll be moved up to ESL Level 5. In addition to my language studies, I'm excited to share that I'll be start the photographer, design technology, something like that, in the upcoming academic term. To be honest, I'm not an expert in English yet. I'm still a beginner, by little by little. I'll try my best. On this occasion, I want to say a big thank you to the most venerable Dr. Pramahajanya Sutiyano for his great kindness, guidance, support, and for his kind permission. Allow me to study this photography program. At the same time, I am also very thankful to all the venerable monks and all the lay people who helped me and let me come to the United States to study. Because of your kindness, I have the chance to learn real American English, practicing natural pronunciation, and learn directly from native speakers. Having the opportunity to pursue further education in an academic setting gives me a wonderful chance to go and expand my knowledge. As a result, this helps me improve my English and gives me more confidence to give demo talks in English. I truly appreciate your trust and compassion. Therefore, I'll study hard and use this knowledge. Okay, now moving on to today's topic. I would like to share a Dhamma story about Sumana Malagan. The story of Sumana the forester. Okay. One day while staying at the Veluvan temple, the Buddha taught a lesson about a flower seller named Sumana. The lesson starts with the words Tancha Kammang Katang Sathu Yang Katawa Nanuttapati Yatsa Patito Sumano Vipakang Patisewatiti. Give me 1 second. Okay. บุคคลทำกรรมใดแล้วย่อมไม่เดือดร้อนในภายหลังเป็นผู้อิ่มเอิบมีใจดีย่อมเสวยผลของกรรมนั้นของกรรมใดกรรมนั้นแลอันบุคคลทำแล้วเป็นกรรมดี When a person does a good deed, they never feel sorry about it later. They feel full of joy and happiness, and they enjoy the sweet results of that deed. Doing that deed is truly good. Okay, let's continue. As the story goes, every single morning, this flower seller brought 8 pots of jasmine flowers to King Pimpisai. Because of this, he got 8 cards every day. Later on, Sumana was carrying his flowers and getting ready to walk into town. Suddenly, the Buddha showed up with a big group of monks. The Buddha was shining with 6 bright colors and looked amazing as he walked into town to collect fruit in his bowl. Most of the time, the Buddha just walked around like any other monks. For example, he once walked a very long way to meet Onkuliman. But at another times, like when he visited the city of Kapilapat, he shone with 6 bright colors. So on the special day, the Buddha's body glowed with 6 bright colors as he walked into the city of Rajakrut, looking very bright and grand. Okay. Then, the flower seller looked at the Buddha. The Buddha looked like he was made of bright gems and gold. He looked at the Buddha 32 special body size and 80 small good looks. His heart felt very happy and full of faith. So he thought, how can I give a great gift to the Buddha? Not seeing anything else, he thought, I'll use these flowers to worship the Buddha. Then he thought again, wait, these flowers are for the king, Bimbisara. If the king doesn't get his flowers, he might hurt me, kill me, or kick me out of the country. What should I do? After that, a strong idea came to him. Even if the king kills me or kicks me out, the king can only give me money for this one life. But giving to the Buddha will bring me goodness and happiness for many, many lives. So he was ready to give up his life for the Buddha. The flower seller thought, as long as my heart is full of faith and doesn't change, I'll make this gift. Feeling very happy, joyful, and bright inside, he gave his flowers to worship the Buddha. How did the flower seller make his gift? First, Sumana threw 2 handfuls of flowers up above the Buddha. Those 2 handfuls of flowers stay hovering right above the Buddha's head like a roof. Next, he threw another 2 handfuls. These flowers hung down and stayed on the right side of the Buddha like a flower cotton. Then he threw 2 more handfuls. Those flowers hung down and stayed behind the back of the Buddha in the exact same way. Finally, he threw his last 2 handfuls of flowers. Those flowers hung down and stayed on the left side of the Buddha, just like that. So, his 8 pots of flowers, which made 8 handfuls, were all around the Buddha in all 4 ways. There was just enough open space left for the Buddha to walk forward. all the flower stems turn inward, while the petal tips face outward. The Buddha looked like he was walking inside a sheet of silver. Even though flowers have no mind, because of this fearful man, they did not come apart or fall down, They walked right along with the Buddha and stopped wherever he stopped. At that time, a bright light flashed from the Buddha's body like lightning. The light shone out from the front, back, right, left, and even from above his head. Not a single beam of light went straight out in front of his face. Instead, all the beams of light circled around the Buddha 3 times, joined together into one thick beam of light as big as a young palm tree, and shot straight ahead in one direction. Okay, let's continue. The whole city was full of excitement. Out of all the 180 million people, 40 million inside the city and 40 million outside the city, every single man and woman came out with their flowers baskets. The big crowd made loud, happy cheers, held up clothes, and walked in front of the Buddha. To show how good the flower seller's act was, the Buddha walked all around the city for a long way on a winding path, just like the sound of a beating drum. Sumana felt so happy and full of joy all over his body. The flower seller walked with the Buddha for a little bit. He stopped right inside the bright light of the Buddha, feeling like he was swimming in sweet red juice. He prayed and bowed to the Buddha, and then took his empty basket back home. Then his wife asked him, where are the flowers? Sumana said, I gave them to worship the Buddha. His wife asked, what are you going to do now? What about the king? Sumana answered, even if the king kills me or kicks me out of the country, it's okay. I gave up my life to worship the Buddha. My 8 handfuls of flowers make a huge miracle happen. Thousands of people are cheering and walking with the Buddha. That loud noise outside is a big crowd. After that, his wife, being a foolish woman who didn't believe in this great miracle, got mad at him and said, kings are very scary and mean. If they get mad just a little bit, they can easily chop off people's hands and feet. Because of what you did, we might all be ruined. Then he took her children and went to royal palace. When the king called her over and asked, what is going on here? She bowed and said, Your Majesty, my husband took your flowers and gave them to the Buddha. He came home empty-handed. When I asked him, where are the flowers? He told me what he did. I said, kings are scary. If they get mad just a little bit, They can cut off hands and feet. We will be ruined because of what you did. Then I left him and came here. Whether what he did is good or bad, it is his own fault. Your Majesty, please know that I have left him. The king Bimpisara had actually already reached the first state of enlightenment, or Sodapatipon, and had a strong faith from the very first time he met the Buddha. He thought, oh, this woman is so foolish. She has no faith in such an amazing thing, even though he wasn't really angry. The king pretended to be mad. He asked her, what are you saying, woman? Did that flower seller really use my flower to worship the Buddha? The woman answered, yes, Your Majesty. The king said, you were wrong to leave him. He did a great thing. I go and figure out what to do for the flower sellers who made such a wonderful offering. Why that happened? Okay. Okay. After saying, with my flowers, the king sent the woman away. Then he quickly went to see the Buddha, bowed down, and walked along with the Buddha right away. Knowing the deep faith in the king's heart, the Buddha walked through the city on the drum beating rules and came right up to the great gate of the king's royal palace. The king took the Buddha's arms bore, wanting to invite the Buddha to step inside the palace. However, the Buddha showed that he wanted to sit right there in the royal courtyard. When the king saw this, he quickly told everyone to walk around the Buddha in a circle right away, saying, everyone hurry up and cycle around. Then the Buddha sat down on the stone seat. Someone might ask, what did the Buddha refuse to go inside the palace? The answer is, the Buddha thought, if I go and stand inside, the people won't be able to see me, and the flower sellers' great deed won't be seen. But if I stay right here in the open royal courtyard, everyone will get to see me, and the flower sellers' good deed will truly shine out. Truly, only the Buddha have the power to make the good deeds of ordinary people stand out clearly for everyone to see. Other people trying to talk about someone's good deeds. Okay. The four sheets of flower petals staying in all four directions, and the large cloud gathered all around the Buddha. Then King Bimpisara offered the Buddha and the monks with very delicious food. When the meal was over, the Buddha gave a blessing, surrounded by the 4 flowers cheers and the joyful crowd, the Buddha went back to his monastery. After walking, the Buddha back pathway. The king turned around and ordered someone to bring the flower seller, Sumana. The king asked him, "Why did you use my flowers to worship the Buddha?" Sumana answered, "Your Majesty, I thought, even if the king kills me or kicks me out of the country, so I gave up my life to worship the Buddha." The king says, "You are truly a great man." Then the king gave him sets of gifts in groups of eight elephants, 8 horses, 8 male servants, 8 female servants, 8 big jewelry sets, 8,000 coins, 8 beautiful women nicely dressed in all kinds of jewelry, and 8 texts praying villages. Elder Ananda or Pa'anam thought to himself, "Starting from early this morning, there has been so much loud cheering, and people have been holding up coals everywhere. What kind of great reward is Sumana going to get for this?" So the elder asked the Buddha about it. Then the Buddha told elder Ananda, "You might hear people say that the good deeds done by Sumana was just a small thing. Then this flower seller gave up his life to worship me, and he made his heart full of pure faith in me. Because of this, he won't go to any bad place for 100,000 eons." Then the Buddha spoke this verse, "The flower seller will live among gods and humans, and he will never fall into a bad place for 1,100 eons. It is a fear of his good deeds. Later on, he will become a Pajjeka Putthaja named Sumana." When the Buddha arrived back at the monastery and walked into his Kantakuti, those flowers finally dropped down right at the doorway. Later that evening, the monks were talking together in the Dhamma hall. They said, "Oh, Sumana's good deed is truly amazing. He gave up his life to worship the living Buddha with flowers, and right away he received all those royal gifts in sets of 8. Then the king stopped out of his Kantakuti, went over to the Dhamma hall, and sat down on his special seat. He asked, "Monks, what are you all talking about right now?" When the monks answered, "We are talking about this topic," the Buddha said, "That is right, monks. When a person does a good deed, there is never any later regret. Instead, pure joy and happiness arise every one single time they remember it." Then, to continue teaching the Dhamma, the Buddha spoke this verse, "When a person does a good deed, they never feel sorry about this later. They feel full of joy and happiness, and they enjoy the sweet results, and doing that deed is truly good." In that verse, the words mean, when someone does a good deed that can bring them the wealth of gods, the wealth of humans, and great happiness, which is like a pure profit. They never suffer from later worry. In fact, that person is completely full of joy and has a very happy heart. Every single time they think back on it, feeling this deep joy and happiness over and over again in future lives. They enjoy the good result right there in the Dharma hall because they did the good deeds. It is a wonderful or beautiful thing. Right at the end of this teaching are 84,000 people attain enlightenment and realize the Dhamma. All of them is a story of Sumana Malaka from Dhammapada part 2. I hope this story of Suvarna Malaka will bring some inspiration and mindfulness to everyone today. Before we finish, I want to say heartfelt thank you for everyone for watching to me and for listening to me. I truly appreciate your great patience and kind attention. I would like to express my deepest gratitude once again to the Most Venerable Dr. Pramahajanya Suttiyano and all venerable monks and everyone for your ongoing support. Sappha Putthanupavena through the power of for the Buddhas. Soti Hontu Nirantarang. May you forever be well. Hontu Sappang Sumangkalang. May there be every good blessing. Rakhantu Sappha Tevata. May your the devas protect you. Sappha Dhammanupavena through the power of for the Dhamma. Soti Hontu Nirantarang. May you forever be well. Hontu Sappang Sumangkalang. May there be every good blessing. Rakhantu Sappha Tevata. May your the devas protect you. Sappha Sankhanupavena through the power of for the Sankha. Soti Hontu Nirantarang. May you forever be well.